You're probably asking, out of all the fine dining in Milan, which ones actually matter? That's exactly what I'm answering right now. Milan defines luxury through restraint, not spectacle. This is the fashion house of fine dining, where precision, balance, and discipline shape every experience. Guided by Michelin guide standards, Milanese cuisine mirrors haute couture, designed, refined, and intentional. Here, dining is culture, craft, and quiet confidence tailored to perfection. Number 7. Enrico Bartolini al Mudec. The moment you enter Enrico Bartolini al Mudec, the atmosphere signals complete control. Nothing is accidental. The room is calm, composed, and intentionally understated, allowing focus to settle entirely on the cuisine. This is not a restaurant that competes for attention. It commands it through confidence. At 3 Michelin stars, this dining room represents the highest level of contemporary Italian fine dining in Milan, where precision is not a technique but a philosophy. The cuisine operates on intellectual clarity. Each dish is built around a regional narrative, yet filtered through modern refinement that sharpens rather than disguises. Tradition. Flavors are clean, layered, and deeply expressive, unfolding gradually instead of striking all at once. Textures are calibrated with almost scientific accuracy, while presentation feels artistic without ever crossing into excess. The result is food that feels elegant, cerebral, and emotionally controlled, mirroring Milan's own identity. Service moves with seamless rhythm, anticipating needs without intrusion, reinforcing the idea that luxury here is felt rather than announced. The tasting menu progresses with perfect pacing, creating a sense of continuity and calm that keeps the diner fully engaged. This is the crown jewel of Milanese gastronomy because it achieves something rare: absolute consistency at the highest level, delivered with restraint, confidence, and total mastery. Number 6. Città by Antonio Guida. Stepping into Città by Antonio Guida feels like entering a perfectly choreographed world of modern luxury, where elegance is present in every detail but never demands attention. Housed within the Mandarin Oriental, this dining room achieves something remarkably difficult. It delivers the polish and international sophistication of a luxury hotel restaurant while preserving a deeply authentic Italian soul. The space is refined yet warm, designed to slow the pace and invite focus, creating an environment that feels composed rather than formal. The cuisine reflects this same balance. Italian classics form the backbone of the menu, but they are elevated through contemporary finesse and technical precision. Flavors are familiar, yet refined to their purest expression, revealing depth through balance rather than intensity. Each plate demonstrates restraint, allowing high-quality ingredients to remain at the center, enhanced rather than overshadowed by technique. There is a quiet elegance to the cooking that feels effortless, even though the execution is anything but. Service flows smoothly and confidently, reinforcing the sense of calm control that defines the experience. Courses progress with natural rhythm, encouraging conversation and appreciation rather than spectacle. Città earns its place among Milan's finest by offering a luxury dining experience that feels timeless, polished, and unmistakably Italian, proving that true refinement lies in balance and clarity. Number 5. Il luogo di Moe Nadia. There is a profound sense of continuity the moment you step into Il luogo di Moe Nadia, as if the past and present are in constant, respectful dialogue. This is not a restaurant chasing modernity for its own sake. It is a living archive of Italian gastronomy, where tradition is treated as something to be protected, studied, and carefully evolved. The atmosphere reflects this philosophy, refined and composed, with a warmth that speaks 2 decades of culinary integrity. The cuisine is deeply rooted in regional Italy, yet never nostalgic. Each dish feels like a considered interpretation rather than a reproduction, drawing from cultural memory while embracing contemporary clarity. Ingredients are chosen with purpose, techniques are precise, and flavors unfold with quiet confidence. There is depth here, not through complexity, but through understanding. Nothing feels rushed, exaggerated, or designed to impress at first glance. Instead, the food reveals itself gradually, rewarding attention and patience. Service reinforces this sense of timelessness. The pacing is deliberate, the interactions thoughtful, creating an experience that feels personal without becoming intrusive. Il luogo di Moe Nadia stands as a pillar of Italian fine dining because it embodies continuity, cultural respect, and intellectual honesty, offering a rare experience where heritage is not preserved in amber but allowed to breathe and evolve with dignity. Number 4. Van Andrea Apria. There is a strong sense of intention at Vanendria Opera, a feeling that every element of the experience has been designed to express identity through technique. This dining room operates at the intersection of analysis and emotion, presenting Italian cuisine not as a single narrative, but as a dialogue between regions, histories, and philosophies. The space itself reflects this clarity, modern and composed, allowing the food to remain the undisputed focus. The defining concept here lies in its dual tasting menus, inspired by northern and southern Italy. Rather than blending traditions, the kitchen explores contrast with precision, highlighting how geography, climate, and culture shape flavor. Dishes are technically advanced yet remarkably readable, with textures, temperatures, and seasonings aligned to enhance rather than distract. Innovation feels purposeful, never decorative, giving the cuisine a sense of intellectual confidence that resonates long after the meal ends. Service reinforces this balance between structure and warmth. The pacing is measured, explanations are clear without becoming academic, and the overall flow feels controlled but inviting. Vanendria Opera earns its place among Milan's elite by offering a refined, thoughtful interpretation of Italian identity, one that celebrates complexity while maintaining elegance, coherence, and unmistakable precision. Number 3. Krakow Galleria. Dining at Krakow Galleria feels inseparable from the rhythm of Milan itself. Set inside the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, this restaurant occupies one of the most symbolically powerful locations in the city, where history, commerce, and daily life intersect. The setting alone establishes a sense of occasion, but what defines the experience is how seamlessly the cuisine aligns with its surroundings. This is Milan seen from the front row, elegant, dynamic, and unmistakably confident. The culinary philosophy centers on Italian comfort flavors refined through modern technique. Familiar dishes are revisited with precision, maintaining emotional accessibility while elevating structure and execution. The food feels grounded yet contemporary, striking a balance between innovation and recognizability that resonates with both locals and international diners. Plates arrive polished but never overworked, allowing flavor to remain the central focus rather than visual excess. Service mirrors the energy of the space, attentive and fluid, maintaining a refined pace despite the constant movement just beyond the dining room. Krakow Galleria stands out not as a quiet retreat, but as a reflection of Milanese life itself, where luxury dining integrates effortlessly into the city's most iconic architectural and cultural setting. Number 2. Joia. Entering Joia introduces a different dimension of luxury, one defined not by abundance, but by harmony. The atmosphere immediately feels calmer, almost introspective, setting the tone for an experience that prioritizes balance over spectacle. This is a dining room where refinement is expressed through intention, and where elegance emerges from restraint rather than excess. Joia's cuisine is built entirely on a plant-based philosophy, yet it never positions itself as an alternative or a statement. Instead, it presents vegetarian haute cuisine as a complete and fully realized expression of fine dining. Dishes are composed with meticulous care, focusing on texture, natural sweetness, acidity, and depth. Ingredients are treated with the same respect typically reserved for luxury proteins, allowing vegetables, grains, and herbs to deliver complexity and emotional resonance. The progression of the menu feels meditative, unfolding at a pace that encourages attention and reflection. Each course connects seamlessly to the next, creating a sense of continuity rather than contrast. Service reinforces this serenity, remaining thoughtful and precise without intrusion. Joia earns its place among Milan's finest by proving that ethical consciousness and gastronomic excellence are not opposing forces, but complementary expressions of modern luxury. Number 1. Ristorante Berton. There is an immediate sense of clarity at Ristorante Berton, a feeling that the experience is guided by precision rather than ornamentation. Located in the modern district of Porta Nuova, the restaurant mirrors its surroundings with a design language rooted in clean lines, restraint, and contemporary elegance. The space feels intentional and disciplined, setting expectations for a cuisine that values structure and focus above all else. The culinary identity here is unmistakably minimalist, built around the idea that flavor should be distilled to its essence. Broths and reductions form the backbone of the menu, acting as carriers of depth and intensity without unnecessary complexity. Each dish is composed with remarkable control, allowing a small number of elements to express themselves fully. The result is cuisine that feels sharp, refined, and intellectually coherent, rewarding attention rather than overwhelming the palate. Service aligns perfectly with this philosophy, precise and unobtrusive, maintaining a steady rhythm throughout the meal. There is a quiet confidence in how the experience unfolds, reinforcing the idea that luxury does not require excess to be impactful. Ristorante Berton stands as a modern Milanese statement, where culinary precision, architectural design, and disciplined elegance converge into a singular expression of contemporary luxury. In Milan, luxury is lived, not performed. Dining reflects discipline, design, and cultural fluency, where every meal feels tailored, restrained, and unforgettable, an expression of taste as identity in daily life.